world. Okay, so this is like part 3 to my video, which is wow. I've been talking about my past over almost 3 weeks for like 30 minutes now. Then a total, or no, 20 minutes plus. It's gonna be 30 minutes now after this video. So wow, I can talk, huh? I'm not a talker, but okay. Well, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Valentine's Day today. Today, as in the same day as the rest of the videos. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about what happened Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day. So single, like I've been single most of my life. Like I'm not like a super like I'm not always in a relationship kind of person. So I just like don't like Valentine's Day, and I'm pretty salty about it usually. Also, my parents, I think their anniversary is on Valentine's Day, but they're divorced. So I remember as a kid, like I'll say, oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day, happy anniversary, and then somehow my mom would be like mad at me because she wasn't in a happy marriage. So for her, Valentine's Day was just never a good day to either. So, but with that, I just like didn't really like Valentine's Day. Also, I didn't like chocolate until like recently. I don't like crave chocolate, like chocolate bars or like chocolate candy. But ever since I've been a nurse, I like don't mind it, and I do like pick it up if it's convenient for me. But I never just like buy it voluntarily. But it doesn't mean I don't like it. I do like it if somebody hands it to me. So yeah, that's it. With all that, like Valentine's Day, it's just been like, it's okay. I'm not super into like red and pink and purple and all those colors either. So it's just kind of like, okay, it's another day. But this year, it's been a while since I've like actually had a partner on Valentine's Day, and I feel like I'm like a different person. Like I took Valentine's Day like so well this year, and I am a different person this year. So on Valentine's Day, like, okay, I got a phone call for like my new position, and I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, I'm like, oh yeah, and happy Valentine's Day. And then he's like, oh, thank you. So like I would have never said that as a single woman. Like, so probably if somebody like tells you happy Valentine's Day, that means they're either like married or have someone to celebrate happy Valentine's Day with them. And yeah, selfish me was super happy this year. Okay, so and what happened? So my Valentine's Day was on like of course February 14th, and then the next day was our 300th day anniversary. So because my partner is Korean, she goes by the 100th days, like 100, 200, 300. And then I asked, like, okay, does this go on? Because, like, it's a lot to do, like, 400, 500, 600, 700. And I guess that's not a big deal. So it's, like, up to the 1 year mark, that's, like, 100, 200, 300. And then from there, it's, like, she was just kind of like, oh, it's up to you. You can do, like, 500 or like 1,000. I guess it doesn't really matter after that, which is like kind of funny. So after this, I just have to remember less days because I'm not good at remembering anniversaries. But yeah, so that day was our 300th day was February 15th. So in my mind, I was like, oh, we're gonna clump it together. But we got into this whole argument because I worked on the 15th, and that was not clearly communicated, ... But at the end, we just clumped it on Valentine's Day. So for Valentine's Day, we made churros. So I'm not a baker. There's so many things I'm just like not good at. But we made churros. Yeah, I'm not good at baking, and also in my Asian household, the oven is used to store pots. So I've never used our oven before, so I don't know if it works. So with that, we were like, okay, let's make something that's that doesn't require the oven. So we did churros because it's like oil. It's like dough and oil. So yeah, and we went off of this like YouTuber like YouTube video that also had a recipe, but these two things didn't really match, so it was kind of like freestyling a little bit. So yeah, the churros were good. Especially when it was like hot, like it was like a Disneyland churros, pretty much like A plus. Like the next, I had some the next day, but it was just like dough soaked in oil, which I like with sugar. Like who doesn't like dough, oil, and sugar? Like it still tasted good, but I can also taste the unhealthiness in it. Whereas like when it was hot, like it's like Disneyland churros and it's like super good and like yeah, like the unhealthiness is like a little bit like lessened because it's so good, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we made churros, and then we had a joint Valentine's Day with my friend's friend and her husband. So we had a game night. We played Clue. So I don't know if you remember the other videos, but I relearned Clue the other weekend when I had my little getaway with my old coworkers. So I actually bought the game. I bought Clue, and then nowadays the box is all like, the illustration is like modernized, and it's a little bit like cartoon anime-ish. So that happened, but it's like the girls are the same, and like it was, yeah, it's like the same thing. But we played around with that. That was fun, and then we watched a movie. We watched Togo on Disney Plus. We, as in day, because I fell asleep the first 5 minutes. I'm really, once again, another thing that I'm bad at is watching movies. I just fall asleep on every movie I watch that's not in theaters. In theaters, I do a little bit better, but at home, I just like, the moment I like lay, it's like the end. So I fell asleep on for most of the like things. I just remember dogs. I just remember, yeah, like Togo and dogs. You know, Togo is a dog. So that's all. I don't remember anything. But it acted like an educational video for like Raven, who can't, you know, of course, dog sled. She's not well trained. So anyways, yeah, they said it was a good movie. So I'm assuming it's a good movie. And will I watch it on my own? I probably can't, because I'll fall asleep again. Like, it's a serious, I feel like if I can be diagnosed with something, like, it will be like so good, because I've attempted to watch the first movie for Harry Potter like at least 5 times. And I ended up watching the whole thing at the end, but I don't remember anything. Like I can't recall any of the characters, which is like, it upsets so many people. Like so many like Harry Potter fans have like been so upset at me, and it's like a deal breaker in a friendship and a relationship. So yeah, like I can't bake. I can't remember our dates. I can't watch movies. Like, what can I do? I don't know. Like, so, yeah, that was my Valentine's Day. It was good. Oh, yeah. How can I forget? So, I came out to my mom the day before Valentine's Day. So, it was like, okay. It was like, you know, that whole week I was like, you know, I need to, because there are so many things that are coming up that I like need my partner for, and it's just so much more convenient if my mom knows what's up. Like Valentine's Day, like if you hang out with somebody on Valentine's Day, like even the most oblivious person would be like, Valentine's Day, like not just friends, unless you're in a group and like it's a Valentine's Day, but obviously not, because my friend has a husband, like, it don't make sense. So there's so many like just opportunities. that whole week I was like, I need to tell her, I need to tell her, I need to tell my mom, like, and it just like I couldn't do it. So at the end, on like the 13th, I ended up writing a letter. Like I wrote a letter, I like put it on the dining table, and then went to work. And then my mom texted me back, I kind of like saying that she was ready for it since I was little, because I've always been a tomboy. So, yep, that's my coming out story. So it's nothing like romantic or not romantic. It's not like heartwarming or anything. Like she didn't give me a hug and like we didn't like cry or anything. It was just kind of like paper, a text. So we didn't really talk about it in person. So yeah, it'll be interesting when the day comes when like she mentioned it, like explicitly in words. And like she knows I have a partner, and like she's like met my partner and everything, but it's just kind of like a unspoken thing right now. So I think we're still in the process of like full acceptance, but it's definitely like bringing it up is definitely a step. So that was, yeah, that was exciting, and it was exciting that the people around me and like support me were like super excited for me. So that was like really heartwarming, and yeah, I have a really good group of friends, and like people who I'm like surrounded it with. Acquaintances are like, yeah, I can't thank them enough. So yeah, I guess yeah. With that all said, I feel like that's why it was such an amazing Valentine's Day. Like, cause like I can be myself now. Like I came out, so I don't have anything to lie or hide about. Well, I still have to like come out to my dad if I choose to, all that. But like, it's a big step. Like I just live with my mom right now, and my dad's in Japan. So, like, I can be myself to like another person that I'm like that's important to me, and then B, like I'm not single this year. I have a partner, and also I spent my Valentine's Day with like my best friend, her husband, and then like my partner, who I like everybody I care about. So, yeah, that's why like Valentine's Day deserves a whole nother video just by itself in part 3. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.